He's like love, 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 and music. La la la, love, 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 and music. Love,
Hello, 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 everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am Jay Lee. This is Jay Lee's Corner. This is another edition of Car Conversations or Jay Lee's Corner. Okay. I hope everyone is enjoying this rainy Thursday that we having here in Michigan. I'm like, my God. So y'all like, what is she wearing? So we are still having Spirit Week at work this week. Yes, this is a rad and talk. It's a bit of a story time and some other things. So yeah, we still have a Spirit Week at work. So today's theme was 60s style tie-dye. And I don't own no tie-dye. I'm a 36-year-old black woman. I don't own tie-dye. I don't ever remember a time where I saw some tie-dye and said, you know what, I like that tie-dye. I think I'm going to get that. Never did that. So I just decided to dress 70s. You know what I'm saying? I'm like a little bit of a hippie or whatever. I will post a picture, of course, on the community thing. Y'all know I post pictures and stuff on there now, so always make sure to check that out. If you have not done so already, please take a moment to subscribe to my channel, okay? Become a whole Jaybird. Hello to my Jaybirds. Hello to my Jaybirds. And do not forget to like, comment, and share this video, and to hit that notification bell because it lets you know when I have new content up. So I was driving. Well, I didn't drove that far. And I was like, what can I talk about? What story time can I do? And I couldn't remember if I had talked about the time my parents found the porn type poetry or stories that I wrote when I was about 15 years old. I know I was talking to Alex, and I told Alex about it. And he was like, I don't think you didn't think about that. I'm waiting for the story time, child. And I said, well, okay, let me go ahead and do it. Because I can't remember if I did it. I don't think I did. If I did, it must have been a while ago. So, okay, it was going to be a repeat. So, back when I was younger, some of y'all may or may not know I'm a writer. Okay, I have the gift of writing as well. I think on one time on a live, I read aloud something that I wrote. And people was like, oh, girl, 50 Shades of Grey, girl. Okay, we like it. But I have not finished it. I'm writing a book as well. And so I'm just I've always been creative. So back when I was 15, I was still a virgin. And everything. Okay, I went out here banging. I was not out there fighting about it at all at 15. Maybe at 16, not at 15, baby. So, 15 years old, I was writing, all kind of stuff. But I was just, because things were always just in my head. I have always been a night owl, so I've always been like up late writing or up late just, being creative. So I think that may be the reason why I do my reviews always in the middle of the night versus earlier in the day. I've always been that way. So I wrote a porn. Okay, I wrote a porn story. It was a full-blown, from start to finish, I believe, and I wrote it out on paper, okay? I didn't type it up. I wrote it out on paper, okay? I think, was it on paper? Yeah, because it was on paper because I don't think I had a complete, we may not have had a printer back then. I know we had a computer. I don't know. I wrote it out on something. I thought it was in my notepad that I had that I would keep my poetry in. I had like a little black and white little notebook or whatever. So that whole thing. So I wrote it, and it was explicit, okay? It was explicitly explicit, even for my taste now as an adult, okay? Even me thinking back, because I'm probably the age my mom was, sort of, kind of, when they found it. Because, again, I was 15 years old. So my dad found it initially. And the poem, because it wasn't a poem, it was from start to, you know what I'm saying, so-and-so, he coming over, okay, we banging or whatever. It was very descriptive, okay? I was explaining penises and shit, and how dicks looked, and how all these things. And again, at this point in time, I was a virgin. So my dad initially found it. And I think I had like left it sitting out by accident, probably because I was up late writing and just was tired. Left it out. And so my dad found it, and my dad showed my mama. And they both were shocked, because I'm telling y'all, it was a porn, fully, you know what I'm saying? He took his dick out and put it in her vagina, and the juices was creeping down her thigh. It was all that stuff. It was all that extra salacious, sexy sex. It was that it was a whole porn that could have been a movie, okay? And you know, his dick was as hard as a tree trunk. All this stuff that I had wrote. And I believe it was a couple pages, because it was a full from the time that somebody walk in, y'all meet up, y'all having sex, what y'all saying during sex, how it feel during sex, you know what I'm saying, how the essence of his manhood was seeping into your soul. All that stuff was what I was writing. And so it was, I believe it was very much so a shock for my dad, because I'm his baby girl, you know what I'm saying, I am the youngest girl. So, and from reading it, you would assume my daughter out here fucking and sucking some boy, and you know what I'm saying, he done got his essence all in her soul, and now she up here writing about it. So my dad, he felt some kind of way. I can't remember. I never think they were like mad at me. I think they were so shocked at me writing it, and they assume you out here fucking and sucking somebody. Who you out here fucking and sucking? And I'm like, I'm a virgin. So when he showed my mom was shocked. Okay, she was like, oh my God, I can't. I think at that point they knew I had been writing like poems and stuff, but they had no idea I was out here writing full-fledged fuck things. So when they came to me about it, like, what is this? What are you writing this for? Like, what are you doing? You're only 15. You can't be out here having sex and you can't be out here doing all these things. Then I'll talk about sucking dick, all that stuff. Stuff I only knew about because my friends were having sex. Oh, I need some gas. My friends were having sex, and I have to get on my way from work. My friends were having, yes, I do talk to myself to remind myself to do things. My friends were having sex, and so I would hear their stories, and my friends also would watch porn, so I saw porn stuff. It wasn't me actually doing it or whatever. I was just hearing things from other people, and I saw some porn. And not even no good porn. It was some old white people porn that was like weird. It's the kind of porn that when you watch it make you scared to suck dick, because you looking like, he choking her. Like, I don't want that. Like, why is he coming on her face? It was stuff I was like, ugh, ugh, ugh. It's a reason why, look, it turns you off from doing anything. And I'm like, porn is not the thing to watch if you ever really want to be enthused with old school porn, not this new porn, the old porn back in the in the late 90s. Like in the 2000s. This is like from 2000 or whatever. Not 2000, girl, goodbye. In the late 90s, in the mid to late 90s. So when they came to me about it, like, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? I'm like, I ain't doing nothing. I'm like, I just wrote it. And they was like, how did you know this stuff? I said, because my friends told me about it. And they're like, no, you have to be having sex. This stuff is too descriptive for you to not be doing it. And I think that's when they realized. I was like, no, I'm not having sex. And I wasn't. And I was like, I promise you, I'm not having sex. Like, I don't want to do it or whatever. I did it next year. But, you know what I'm saying? I was like, I'm not doing it. I imagined it. I thought of what it would feel like, and based on things I've heard, and I just wrote it what I imagined. And I think when I said that, they both was like, she really created this from her mind. Like, she really, took thoughts or whatever and what she thought something would be, and she made this whole porn. And at that point, they was shocked because they weren't mad at me. They were like, you're very creative, and you have a gift of writing. And I said, yes, I do, because I still feel like I do now. And y'all ain't getting over in front of me, baby. Y'all can't wait to get to the front of the line of the freeway and want to get over. You better get over the cars in front of me. You get your little... I hate when cars do that. Like, don't wait to get to the front of the line and want to get over, okay? I won't let you over ever, ever, ever. So, at that point, with me, I just imagined what it would be, and I thought about it, and I wrote what came to my mind. And I wrote, like, I didn't like take no time to write it out. I wrote it in like maybe 20 to 30 minutes, because it don't take me long once I get a story in my head to start writing. And so they both looked at me like, okay, you're a writer. We get that. Okay, we can accept that. You're talented. But what they did that drove me crazy was, before they talked to me, they like showed my family, like my aunts and my older cousins, like they showed them. And I was like, why would y'all do that? Because I was embarrassed. I've always been a person with my writing. I'm not embarrassed like I think it's wrong or whatever, but my thing is, you never know how someone else will like your work. So I've always been the kind of person to where my writing, I keep it private. So I never, at that point in time, back then, I wasn't showing anybody really what I was writing that was like that. I would show little stuff here and there or whatever, but that was something completely different. And so I was embarrassed that my family had read what I wrote, what I created in my mind. But they always like, girl, we need to have you write our stuff. Okay, you can write us a little story time or whatever. You can write us a little something, to give to somebody and make them feel some kind of way. I've had friends literally text me and say, Jay, I need you to send me something sexy to send to my boyfriend. You know what I'm saying? Quick little midday, little flirt, little text and whatnot. And I've written out little short, little porn type stuff for friends who, you know what I'm saying, want to keep a little spice alive. But, that was when I got older, in my 20s. And now in my 30s. So they just kind of encouraged me to write, and they weren't mad at me. They just did not want me to do what I wrote about. They didn't want me to do that. I mean, I've done that since then, but I didn't do it then. I did it now. But I was so embarrassed, and they were so kind of like just proud of me. And that was the crazy thing, that my parents saw the porn that I wrote and realized my daughter has talent. You know what I'm saying? My mom and my dad. And to this day, like, she'll say, well, yeah, she wrote porn, she was like 15, and it was really, really good. And we were so shocked that we showed our family, and it was so, but everyone to this day say how good, how good it was. And I've only grown with my talent since then, because since then I've had sex. So I have a whole different experience, a whole different mindset, and a whole different imagination on, what it feels like to be with a man. So I am going to eventually put out some stuff, to write some stuff, a little something this, little something that. But yeah, I wrote my first porn at 15, and my parents found it. It was kind of crazy. So I feel like from there, I started writing. I've been a writer, but I feel like that kind of evolved into me doing YouTube, and me, when I watch these shows and I have these thoughts and I do this commentary off the top of my brain discussing the show, I feel like, my YouTube channel is an extension of my creative writing in my mind. And because you have to think about certain things and compare certain things, and be able to express what you feel watching this show, and how it makes you feel, and what part can be funny, what part ain't funny, and all that stuff, and also just have this emotion. So I do feel like my YouTube channel is an extension of me being creatively creative. So I say that to say, don't be pigeonholed to one thing, okay? Don't feel like, well, I'm only a singer and I can only sing. Well, you may be able to rap a little bit. You may be able to, can I get over, bitch? Because if you don't let me over, I'm going to hit your car. Okay, which one you going to do? I told you, I was getting over one way or the other. So, sorry. But yeah, you have to realize that you can always, like, not mend your talent, but shift it. Not make it be so one-dimensional. I don't only have to write porn. I don't only have to write fiction. I don't only have to write ghetto stuff. I can do so many other things with the thoughts in my head. You know what I'm saying? My channel. I don't just do ratchet TV shows. I don't just do real TV shows. I don't just do TV shows. I also can do movies. I also can do celebrity gospel. I also can do the Friday Night Live. I have different ways of expressing myself, and I try to make sure that they like, well, she only reviewed them ghetto shows. No. I can discuss a real live hot topic, but for some real live shit real quick and get real emotional or get real. So I just want that to say, always be able to express yourself in so many different ways. You could go from writing porn at 15 to being on YouTube talking about, you know, abuse and child molestation, and you know what I'm saying, or cracking jokes about how crazy Sky is, how she need to put her goddamn nipples up. It goes in many ways, so we have to remember that at all times. So I guess this was a story time and also like an inspiration thing, so you know what I'm saying, evolve over the time and always be working on your craft one way or the other. And you know, don't feel like, well, if I'm embarrassed to write this porn because I don't want nobody to read. And you know, back then, you know, writing that kind of stuff, it wasn't in. So, you know, I mean, we had Zane back then, but I was 15. So I couldn't really do that. You know what I'm saying? And erotica stories and, you know, explicit, you know, stuff is more acceptable now than it was back then. So that's something else. And plus, it's real easy for people like, you know, yeah, if you write a book, I'll buy it, whatever. Is you really? Do you really think it's I forgot to send Alex a thing. I'm an email. I forgot to send him my thing. But see how I be thinking my stuff. But yeah, so just do all kind of stuff, okay? You know, I've waited a long time to kind of put out my explicit stuff, but I'm going to start doing that. I'm probably going to start doing like a live reading of some things to see how it plays out, to see who will be, you know, interested in that stuff. Like a little Thursday night poetry reading thing. You know what I'm saying? Come on here, say a little something, share a little something, little freaky or whatever, and see how that goes. But it wouldn't be long, maybe like 20 minutes. I know full 2 hours, an hour and a half, like the Friday Night Live, but it's like a little 20-minute thing. That's just the idea that I'm popping out right here as I'm talking. Anyway, thank y'all for tuning in. I'm almost at work. It's so raining. It sucks because I have on these pants and I'm going to have to walk and hold at the same damn time so they don't get wet because I'm only 5 feet tall. But I will talk to y'all later. Be sure to check out all my other videos that I have up. I will be reviewing possibly Empire and Star later today. I'm doing Growing Up Hip Hop Atlanta as well. So y'all will have some reviews up tonight. I don't know if I'm going to put this up while I'm at work on my phone or if I'm going to have to wait until I get home. It depends on how much Wi-Fi my phone has when I get to work. No, it depends. Anyway, thank y'all, and I will talk to y'all later. Peace.
He's like love, and music.